be seated. Presiding Chancellor, graduates, guests and members of the university community, good afternoon and welcome. I'm Michael Gonzalez, the University Librarian here at UTS. Graduations are one of the university's most important events, and we are delighted to resume ceremonies in 2022. We've done quite a number of them, and this is the last one. I would like to introduce you to the official party who are here on stage. Seated at the centre of the stage is Emeritus Professor Ken Miller, who will preside over the ceremony. The presiding Chancellor is joined by Dr. Dungal, who will deliver the occasional address, Professor Sue Wright, Head of Accounting Discipline Group, UTS Business School, who will be presenting graduates. The other people seated on the stage are professors, academics, and professional staff from faculties and institutes who have played such a large part in the success of today's graduates. And now it gives me great pleasure to invite Emeritus Professor Ken Miller to formally open the proceedings.
In the name of the Council, I declare this congregation of the University of Technology, Sydney, duly assembled. On behalf of the university, before we begin proceedings, and on behalf of those present, I would like to acknowledge and pay respects to the traditional owners of the land on which we meet, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. It is upon their ancestral lands that UTS stands. Similarly, I would like to pay respect to the elders, both past and present, acknowledging them as the traditional custodians of knowledge for this place. In this graduation ceremony, we will celebrate the conferral of awards upon graduates from the faculties of Design, Architecture, Building, Engineering and Information Technology, Health, and the UTS Business School. Today's ceremony marks a great achievement for the graduates and recognises the support which they have received from family and friends, many of whom are here with us today. We warmly welcome you, and together we celebrate the achievement of the graduates. Completing a degree is a significant achievement in anyone's life, and we would never underestimate the sacrifices made, the hard work undertaken that has led you to today. We will celebrate with each graduate as they cross the stage, but perhaps we could commence our celebrations by congratulating our graduates. Congratulations. Thank you. On behalf of the university, I'd particularly like to express our appreciation for the patience of all today's graduates, families and friends in waiting out the pandemic to attend this special milestone event. It has been a difficult 2 years for people in all corners of the globe, and today we acknowledge the impact on our UTS community and celebrate our resilience. We are delighted that you are here today, and we hope it will be a memorable occasion for all of you. Graduation is important to family and friends, as it is to graduates, and indeed the university. So on behalf of all of us at UTS, and in concert with our graduates, I would like to say thank you to the family members and friends joining us today for all of your support during the learning journeys of the graduates. Graduates, can you please let them know how much we appreciate their support? I wish to say a couple of things to our graduates. Graduates is a turning point in your life, and today you have graduated from a world-leading University of Technology and Australia's #1 young university. At UTS, you have gained much knowledge, learnt many new skills, realised how to communicate your ideas, and discovered how to work effectively with others. For some of you, that has occurred in an international context. But for all of you here today, graduating from UTS marks your emergence as a global citizen. You will be held in high esteem thanks to the high-quality education you have received with us here at UTS. Please remember that with pride. Life beyond UTS will bring both opportunities and challenges. You will encounter many such opportunities as you start your careers or continue your careers, and you may well enjoy exciting prospects across the world as borders are reopening. More importantly, you would have opportunities to influence lives and the quality of those lives across the globe. Equally, the challenges that you face after graduation have never been greater. Scrutiny and expectation from society is high, and will only increase over time. So I would like to leave you with two guiding principles. First of these is to use your knowledge and skills for the very best interests of humanity, including for future generations. Because the future depends on all of us using our talents for the benefit of the world and its community in which we live. Your contribution will ensure a more prosperous, inclusive, and sustainable society for people everywhere. I ask you, as UTS graduate, to ensure you leave the world in a better place and a better state through your efforts and contribution. And the second thing that I would ask you is that you always remember throughout your career to maintain the highest professional and personal integrity. I have no doubt you will face, as all of us do, many ethical dilemmas and challenges, both personally and professionally. I ask you all as UTS graduates to remember to maintain your professional pride, because this is essential if your integrity and the worth of your UTS education is to be maintained. In large part, you have the efforts and ethics of many UTS graduates who came before you to thank for your university's reputation. Likewise, you share that obligation to maintain this reputation for the UTS students of today and the graduates of tomorrow. Please keep in mind these guiding principles at all times and make yourselves, your families, and your university proud of you. Finally, I want you to continue to enjoy the benefits of an ongoing relationship with UTS as your university. Stay connected with this world-class institution and stay curious. This will not be the end of your learning journey, and we look forward to you continuing your journey with us in the years ahead. In the meantime, know that you join a group of over 245,000 UTS alumni throughout the world in various professions. Your alumni office will be your lifeline connection to UTS, no matter where your careers and lives take you. So on behalf of the Council of the University of Technology, Sydney, I congratulate all of our UTS graduates on their achievements in attaining the awards for which they have qualified. Congratulations, UTS graduates. I now invite Professor Sue Wright, Head of the Accounting Discipline Group, UTS Business School, to present graduates.
Presiding Chancellor, I invite all graduates to stand. Presiding Chancellor, the UTS Council has resolved that candidates recommended to it by the faculty boards in Design, Architecture and Building, Engineering and Information and Technology, Health and the UTS Business School as eligible for awards have completed all the requirements of a course of study approved by the boards and have conferred these awards on them. Presiding Chancellor, I now present these graduates who are here before you to acknowledge the awards for which they have qualified.
On behalf of the Council of the University of Technology, Sydney, I congratulate graduates on their achievements in obtaining the awards for which they have qualified. Well done.
Graduates, please be seated. Presiding Chancellor, the UTS Business School conducts innovative research across all major business disciplines. Our aim is to produce research which is not only academically excellent, but also knowledge that impacts the world in which we live. And as the presiding Dean of the Business School, I have the privilege of giving you that information. Of course, there's more than just business represented here today. Presiding Chancellor, I present to you a graduate receiving a research degree. The following student has graduated with Doctor of Philosophy. Richard Maxwell Audley, for a thesis entitled The Identification and Role of the Management of Risk in the Course Accreditation Procedures of Australian Universities. Supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor, Associate Professor Antoine Hermans, and co-supervisors, Emeritus Professor Jennifer Edwards and Dr. Kerry Spooner. Presiding Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Richard Maxwell Audley. Presiding Chancellor, each year UTS recognises a select few undergraduate candidates of exceptional merit. Such candidates are honoured by the award of the University Medal. Presiding Chancellor, I now present to you a graduate receiving an undergraduate award and the University Medal in the UTS Business School. The following student has graduated with Bachelor of Economics with distinction, Bachelor of Business Honours with First Class Honours and University Medal. Hugh Alexander McKinn. Presiding Chancellor, we now present to you our coursework graduates receiving awards today.
The following students have graduated with a Master of Marketing and Bachelor of Business with Credit. Olivia Seppo. Master of Business in Human Resource Management, Li Ji. Master of Finance, Seydipis Mohan Motwani. Master of Marketing, Neil Robin Robiso. Master of Not-for-Profit and Social Enterprise Management, Sama Saleh Y Al-Hadami. Master of Professional Accounting, Monica Valerie Calamba Dolor. Christine Lynette Gerrand. Ka Min Huang. Graduate Diploma in Financial Analysis, Adra Latrice Bott. Graduate Diploma in Marketing with Credit, Tajzi Hossain. Bachelor of Business with Credit, Bachelor of Entrepreneurship, Honours, James William Baker. Huey Jack Flannery. Bachelor of Business, Honours with Second Class Honours, Division 1, Sally Matilda Evans. Bachelor of Business with Credit, Bachelor of Creative Intelligence and Innovation, Alexander Winiarski. Bachelor of Accounting with Distinction, Kane Vincent Domanco. Nathan Liu Peden. Bachelor of Business with Distinction, Adriana Andreotti. Matthew Bahari. Joshua Jung Yin Chan. Sua Han. Daniela Kinder. Candice Sarah Lee. Tegan Mannering. Martina Mera. Jessica Lauren Michael. Sally Rose Mulheron. Christy Murray. Emily Christina O'Donnell. Farista Rizai. Lara Sahyun. Isabella Linnea Vick. Bachelor of Business with Credit, Brian Albert. Arslan Ali Amin. Lenin Angeleski. Neharika Bazniat. Apeksha Gasti. Olivia Gore. Marco Jarvis Grasso. Jacob Hall. Edward James Harriott. Sarah Ellen Harvey. Nicholas Henry. Karen Tu Ho. Song Hao Huang. Nazifa Islam. Daniel Jezutasan. Eunice Ngot Yao Lam. Nicole Lam. Kirsten Arlene Lau. Wan E. Lee. Yi Xuan Liu. Sidya Malhotra. Emily Malos. T. Bak Mai Nguyen. Thomas Tuan Hui Nguyen. Matteo Pandolfo. Ella Pham. Sally Jessie Roche. Anikin Lim Romanos. Laura Ryan. Matthew Lawrence Scully. Michael Simic. Marie Stavropoulos. George Hudson Stroud Watts. Vincent Tantinos. Phuong Tao Tai. Henry Andrew Richard Thorne. Marcus Chan. Anthony Shao. Chin Tuo Yu. Bachelor of Business, Isabella Bertie Carlos. Natam Mason Chukav. Brooklyn Jai Dicker. Luke Thomas Egan. Ali El Abdallah. Angus Anthony Faram. Leki Huang. Sandy Isa. Saurabh Kadam. Man Le. Christine Maran. Connor Panselinos. Tina Tao Mai Pham. Evangelina Jeanette Putrano. Pasa Rose. David Alexander K. Yip Shaw. Brendan James Smith. Dang Min Tu Chan. Dallas Wijaya. Julianne Sarah Zafirian. Bachelor of Management with Distinction, Chloe Imogen Howard. Bachelor of Management, An Lee Bao. Courtney Louise Mitchell. From the Faculty of Design, Architecture and Building, Master of Architecture, T. Min Hugh Nguyen. From the Faculty of Engineering and Information Technology, Master of Engineering in Civil Engineering, Master of Engineering Management, Muhammad Uzair Tahir. Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Civil Engineering with First Class Honours, Santi Aktrina. Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Civil Engineering with Second Class Honours, Division 2, Kwun Man Chan. Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, Timothy Jia Ye Lo. From the Faculty of Health, Bachelor of Health Science with credit, Rebecca Doss. Bachelor of Nursing with distinction, Margaret Ann Mordini. Bachelor of Nursing, Diwan Pun.
Presiding Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of graduates. Emeritus Professor Miller, before I introduce the occasional speaker, I wish to add my congratulations to our new graduates. Congratulations. Our occasional speaker today is Mr. Om Dungel. Om Dungel has a unique range of board, management, community development and volunteering experience. A trained telecommunications engineer turned inner engineer, he is now a consultant and a practitioner of strength-based approach to refugee settlement and community engagement, offering his services as a trainer, mentor and a speaker. A Fellow of the Australian Institute of Company Directors, he is currently a member of the Advisory Council in the New South Wales Health Ministry, a member of the New South Wales Police Multicultural Advisory Council, a member of the Blacktown City Council's Multicultural Advisory Committee, and has served on a number of boards in the recent past, including Settlement Services International, Sydwest Multicultural Services, MTC Australia, and Asylum Seeker Centre. Before fleeing his home country, Bhutan, in 1992, he was Head of Planning and Development in the Department of Telecommunications in the Government of Bhutan. Om is regularly invited to speak on leadership, settlement, and other related subjects at different national and international forums, such as the International Metropolis Conference in Ottawa in June 2019, guest lecture on strength-based approach to refugee settlement at Bunko University, Japan, and guest speaker on refugee settlement and integration at the annual Tripartite Consultation and Working Group on Resettlement in Berlin, Germany in 2018. Om is a Westpac Social Change Fellow, and amongst many other accomplishments, he is a recipient of the ZEST 2021 Outstanding Volunteer Leader Award, 2017 University of Technology Sydney International Alumni Award, 2016 New South Wales Premier Multicultural Community Medal for Lifetime Achievement. It gives me great pleasure to invite Mr. Om Dungel to deliver the occasional address.
Thank you, Professor, for the warm welcome. "30 years ago, in April 1992, one morning, I got into our car, left behind my wife and our 2-year-old daughter, and fled my beloved Bhutan. I lived in a state of confusion, guilt, and self-doubt, having to feel my way along a very dark path towards a life I believed should be possible, but I had no map to find it. I lost my profession, my salary, my status, my career, and my country. And in that loss, I gained everything. Thank you, Australia." Truly honored to be a citizen of such a welcoming country, I'd like to start by acknowledging the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, the traditional custodians of the land where we have gathered today, and pay my respects to the elders, past, present, and emerging. Presiding Chancellor, Presiding Director, and Presiding Dean, members of the University's Council, Academic Board, staff, family, and friends. And I would especially like to acknowledge you, the 109 graduates, the outstanding and very special people on whose honor we have gathered here today. Congratulations. I was in your place 21 years ago. I had a lot more hair, but today I'm able to cover that with a hat. I almost didn't make it because I was not able to pay my tuition fees. Thanks to the generosity of UTS, I was able to graduate and have the absolute honor to be back here to speak today. Thank you. When Jeff Hargrave asked me to speak, I wondered what I would talk to such a knowledgeable group of people. I spoke to a few recent graduates that I knew, and the common suggestion was, hey, Om, why don't you share your life journey? So here I am today, sharing my own journey, the challenges that I faced, the learnings along the way, and most importantly, my journey from telecommunications engineering to inner engineering, which had really shaped my life. During the early 1990s, the government of Bhutan, a country many people know as the land of gross national happiness, carried out one of the most systematic ethnic cleansing campaign of the late 20th century, evicting more than 100,000 southern Bhutanese of Nepali ethnicity. That was 1/7 of the country's population. My elderly father had fled the country a little earlier after being imprisoned and severely tortured. I needed to take care of him. I needed to take care of my mom. I needed to take care of my wife, my siblings, and our little daughter. So when I learned that I was about to be arrested, I took the risk to flee the country rather than be imprisoned and potentially face torture. After Saroja was able to leave the country along with our daughter Smriti, we were reunited and lived in Nepal along with other fellow refugees. I spent the next 6 years volunteering, focused on human rights, advocacy, and education of children. We lobbied foreign governments and international organizations to try to persuade the Bhutanese government to allow us to go back in. We failed in that effort. And for some, the pain of that failure will never fade. Yet, I learned lessons I'll never forget. As a senior civil servant, I had been able to say to an underling, hey, the boss wants us done this, and the discussion was over. Now, I was the underling. I had to try to get what I wanted, not through my title, not my position, but through persuasion, goodwill, the strength of my relationships, and character. Having experienced the value of education, I was a little crazy to dream to do an MBA while I was living as a refugee in Nepal. With support from family and friends, I managed to come to this beautiful country in 1998 and start my life all over again. Thank you, UTS. Thank you, Australia. In Sydney, I was again separated from my wife and little daughter. Faced with drenching loneliness, I was exhausted and consumed by anxiety. And one time, I could not sleep for 5 nights at a stretch. The next morning, before going to work, I came to the UTS library for some group discussion. On my way to work at Coles Express in the city, my vision began to blur. And as I was crossing the crossing of George Street and Liverpool Street, I fell and hit the ground. a stranger grabbed me and dragged me across the road. He might have saved my life. He certainly changed it. For weeks after my fall, my mind teemed with thoughts. What have I done? Would my daughter be proud to tell people her dad had collapsed and been killed because he was weak? Would my parents, who had so much high hopes on me, be proud of me giving up? Why am I magnifying my problems? All this anxiety would not bring Saroja and Smriti here. I need to dwell on things only I can affect, my studies, and perhaps earning $10 extra at work. I can't really shape what happens to me, but I can certainly shape how I respond. I learned from every single person I have met on the journey, a journey of the feet and the heart, from Bhutan to Australia, from one of the poorest to one of the richest countries on earth. I've learned that human experience happens from within, not from outside. Clinging to a sense of anger, hatred, injustice, and loss will only hurt me. It's outsourcing my happiness to the perpetrator. What I can do is accept what has happened, it's past, forgive, and move on. This is when my journey from telecommunication engineering to inner engineering began. As an engineer, I was trained to be logical, and logic helps us to handle the material aspects of life. If you observe closely, you'll find that material achievements are of value only in comparison to others who don't have them. On the other hand, inner engineering is a technology for well-being. It helps you to cultivate your body, your mind, your emotions, and the fundamental life energies within. I have learned that we must resist the powerful forces in contemporary society that seeks to define us on the basis of our ethnic, cultural, or religious identities, rather than as Australians, as human beings, as residents of a suburb or a street. I have learned too that each of us should see ourselves as neither dependent nor independent, rather interdependent. It's a great paradox. We must solve our own problems, set our own course, yet we are nothing without other people. As you have graduated, take the time to celebrate with all the loved ones that have supported you in this journey. You are lucky to be graduating at a time of low unemployment. And I'm sure you'll not have to go through the challenge of 52 applications and 52 rejections as it happened to me after my graduation. While you enter this exciting phase of your life journey, one thing is certain: you're bound to face challenges. But the bottom line is, what happens in life or what comes our way is not our choice. But what we make out of it and how we respond to it is completely our choice. Go out and explore the world while always keeping in mind the legacy that you want to leave and the world that you want for generations to come. Thank you all for your attention. Thank you.
I would like to thank our occasional speaker, Dr. Om Danjol, for the occasional address on this important day for UTS. I found the address inspirational, with a lot of very salient messages that on hard work, on seeking opportunity, on contributing, on putting your hand up. You're good at putting your hand up because you can see the diversity and variety of roles. And that's what you will face. You'll have the opportunity to contribute where you've got abilities, but even put your hand up to try to diversify your background. Also, it's a journey. And he talked about the journey and motivating forces and dedication to family. But it's also what makes Australia great in many respects, that we have a diverse community all trying and contributing. So very inspirational. I thank you very much for that. Finally, I would like to acknowledge the family and guests who are here with us today and those who are at home or watching. On behalf of the graduates, we thank you for your support that you've shown our graduates through their studies. So let me say that the best wishes and the pride of the university go with each and every UTS graduate. Congratulations again. Thank you. Thank you.
Presiding Chancellor, guests, graduates, the occasional address concludes the formal proceedings of the ceremony. I encourage everyone to enjoy what little bit of sun there's left. The academic procession is about to leave the Great Hall. Would the congregation please rise for the academic procession?